On this episode, I review a pair of socks that are supposed to be warm, comfortable, and darn tough. Welcome to Cycling on a Shoestring. I'm John. Great to have you here. And today we're going to look at a pair of socks I purchased. I'll tell you more about them in just a moment, but you may have noticed if you've been here before, kind of changed the set a little bit. You know, I've had a dingy old blue sheet over my record collection back here for a very long time, and I decided to get rid of that sheet. And I thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put one of my favorite albums up there every time I do one of these videos down in my basement, and I'm just going to leave it there. And today the album is In the Court of the Crimson King by King Crimson, one of my all-time favorite records and one of, if not the most influential progressive rock albums of all time. Great record. If you're a 21st century schizoid man, you may want to pick that one up. Now on today's episode, what we're going to do is we're going to look at a pair of socks, and I was recently given $30 as a gift to buy anything, and I thought I'd get myself a good pair of warm, comfortable socks. Recently it's been pretty cold here in southern Alberta, minus 10, minus 15 degrees, and I've been wearing a couple of extra socks, 2 pairs in my shoes at the same time, which are pretty bulky, and I've been keeping my feet pretty warm, but I thought I could do better with a single pair, so I started looking around. Now, first off, lately my wife and I have been thinking more about buying domestically, if not in Canada, at least in North America. It's really hard to find textiles in Canada and the States right now, but I found a company, and I love the name of their company. It's called Darn Tough, and as soon as I saw the name, I thought, I'm going to get in touch with these people and ask them what their warmest socks are, and they said buy this pair among several other kinds on their website. They're made in Vermont, so they're made in the United States of America, and I thought that was great. I'm happy if they're made in the United States. They said these were warm, these were comfortable, and I was really impressed with the warranty on these. Now, I'll tell you about the warranty in a second. It's called Cycling on a Shoestring, and I'm always talking about buying on a shoestring budget. I had $30 to spend. I spent $40 on this one pair of socks. Now, you're going to think, what are you talking about? $40 for a single pair of socks? Yes, I did. I spent $40 on these, and I'll tell you why. Let me just pick up my tablet here. They have an unconditional lifetime guarantee on these socks. It's simple. They say, if our socks are not the most comfortable, durable, and best fitting socks you have ever owned, return them for another pair. No strings, no conditions, socks guaranteed for life. So if these ever wear out, I can send them back and they will send me another pair, or if I don't like them, they'll send me another pair. The only things that they say that you cannot send them back is if you burn them, if your dog chews them up, or if you only have one, you lose one in the laundry. So, I mean, there's great value here. Even when I went to their website, I had one of those pop-ups saying sign up for email, and if I do sign up for email, I have a chance to win socks for life. And I thought, how many pair of socks would that be? 7 pair. They'll send me 7 pair of socks, 1 for each day of the week. They say they'll last me for life. So, great value, and I'm going to see if these actually work out when it comes to riding in cold weather. But earlier this morning, I was sitting upstairs doing some work in my office, and I thought I'm going to put those socks on, walk around them a little bit, and see how they feel. So I just grabbed my cell phone, and I did this little video for kind of a first impression when it comes to darn tough socks.
I thought it'd be a good idea just to put these socks on before I started my video down in the basement in my little studio area, just to see what they looked like, how they felt, and how big and long they are. And these are right up over the calf, which feel really good. These are nice socks. They really, really are. And they're not going anywhere. They're not going to fall down. They're a little bit tight, but not so tight that they're uncomfortable. And if you look, you can see the different type of stitching here, but there's no seam. You don't feel a seam there either. The only place you might see a seam is up here around the toe, but even there, you can't really feel anything. There's not a bump there or anything that's going to get uncomfortable. So it's very, very comfortable. You can see I think the model number, then it says Darn Tough on here, and they've got their logo up here. And you can see the whole thing. Their logo's right back in here.
Overall, a really good first impression of these darn tough socks, but I think I want to take an even closer look at them. They got some neat features on them, and then I'm going to take these out on a ride here in Calgary, where we got some pretty heavy snow overnight, and the temperature has dropped down about 16 to 20 degrees in the last 48 hours. This is all you get when you get the socks. You get the socks in this cardboard sleeve. So we'll put the socks to the side, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit so we can take a closer look at the information on this cardboard sleeve. And there's a lot of good stuff in here. And as you can see, it says Merino Wool Tactical over the calf, which I'll get into in just a moment. That's the length of the socks, and they're heavyweight. So these are the thickest socks you can buy from Darn Tough. And then it says full cushion on there as well. On the inside of the sleeve here, it says please recycle. And then down here, it's got some sizing information. And these are right on the money when it comes to sizing for North America. I wear about an 11 shoe. I got the 10 to 12 men. They fit me perfectly. And then it says Darn Tough, still made in Vermont, guaranteed for life. And then it says over the calf up here. On the flip side, lots of information in here for you. Guaranteed for life, no strings, no conditions, for life. And then you've got a sizing chart here. And then you've got 4 different things down here telling you different information about the sock itself. Moisture wicking. When you're buying cycling gear, make sure you buy clothing that is moisture wicking. Moisture wicking means it gets moisture away from your skin. Moisture on your skin when it gets cold outside makes you cold, so keep that in mind. Flame resistant, antimicrobial, so hopefully it keeps some of the smell away. And I had to look this up myself. This is Berry Amendment compliant. Now, what does that mean? Well, for instance, the Department of Defense in the United States has to buy things domestically. So they have to buy things within the United States first, okay? So that's written into law. So that would include things like clothing, materials, even food in some cases. So you may find these socks on somebody who's in the U.S. Army. So that's what Berry Amendment compliant means. Now over here, you've got the different types of socks you can get. And again, these are over the calf. So these are the longest socks. You can get no show, which are basically down in your shoe, a quarter sock, which is just up around your ankle, then micro coup, a little longer, boot sock, and mid calf, which are longer and longer again. And down here on the sticker itself, it tells you what they're made out of. The style number there, 79% merino wool, 20% nylon, and 1% lycra, which gives a little bit of snap, which keeps them up on your leg. So overall, that's about it on this card. So what we'll do is we'll get rid of this. We'll zoom out just a little bit. I've done a little bit of a description of what they're like by that video that I showed you a little bit earlier. But overall, they're really nice looking socks. And they're long. I mean, I want to keep these up farther up my leg because they're going to keep my legs a little bit warmer. But as I said in that earlier video, you're really not going to see a lot of stitching in here, nothing that's going to bunch up, nothing that's going to cause any chafing. Just overall, a very comfortable sock. And you can get them in different colors. Why did I buy brown? A kind of a strange color, I know, but I know I'll be able to find them easily when they come out of the laundry. I've got other black socks. I'll just grab these ones out, and these are just going to be used when it comes to winter riding. But these are beautiful socks, really well made, nice and tightly woven, and that's something you really know about these, and you can really see about these socks is how tight they are to keep warmth in. When you buy cheap socks, you can see right through them. You can't see through these. I think they're going to breathe just fine, which is something you want inside of your shoe, but really you can't see through them. They're made very well. And I mean, for the price, that's what you expect. But again, they are guaranteed for life. So this is what I'm going out into today. We got 10 to 15 centimeters of snow in Calgary overnight. It's minus 13 Celsius right now. And I'm not going to be doing a lot of video on this ride. I'm just going to go out, do a regular ride I do that I've done a number of times not wearing these socks, and then do a report at the end and see how they do on a cold day here in Calgary. So off I go on my friend Andre's fat bike. I'm back from my ride. I was out for an hour and 36 minutes. And it's a pretty cold day today. And I just want to say off the top, I'll give you an idea of how cold it is. This is a water bottle that was hanging out in the same wind with my feet with my Darn Tough socks today. And I filled it 3/4 up before I left an hour and a half ago. and it's solid right now. It is solid ice, so that tells you how cold it is today. Now, as far as the socks go, I think these are terrific socks. Are my feet completely warm? No, a little bit cool, but they have been out in very cold temperatures today on a bicycle. And I honestly don't think this is an apples to apples type test of these socks, because I had to walk through a lot of snow today. The road conditions, the pathway conditions today after snow last night, about 15 centimeters of snow, I had to walk through a lot of snow. So my feet were right down in the snow, which I didn't have to do with my other socks when I've been out riding in temperatures like this. So I think I put these through a really tough test today, and they came out with flying colors. What I really like about this is, and you might want to consider this if you're riding in cold weather, I like that over the calf length. I really like that. The front of my legs felt very warm, which is a real plus with these socks. They're terrific, and the other great thing about these is they've got that guarantee. So I think I'm going to invest in some more of the socks. I like to wear wool socks in the spring and fall, shorter ones to keep my feet warm, but I think I'm going to buy some more darn tough socks and invest in them because they've got that lifetime guarantee on them, which really can't be beat. I give these socks a real thumbs up. If this was a helpful video to you, please give me a thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel. You can ring the bell for notifications, and I thank you so much for watching Cycling on a Shoestring.